Hey guys, the old friend GurnX12 here. I'm gonna be doing these audio podcast things from now on, so yeah. See, I haven't been an actual player of Yu-Gi-Oh for a couple years. I was really into it. I mean, not like, oh, I just liked Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid. I've been playing it with recent and stuff. My friends that I play with at school, they moved, so I didn't have much people to play with. And the local tabletop place, some bullshit happened there. I'll make a video about it later. So the Yu-Gi-Oh players stopped going there and went and started going to this place, a city, like a couple cities over, which is pretty much better. They have a lot more stuff available for Yu-Gi-Oh players. So the people at that tabletop place, now it's just Warhammer, board gamers, and Magic players now. So I'm not into Magic. I don't feel like I'm learning a new game. And Warhammer is so fucking expensive to play. I had a friend who tried to get me into a game that's basically the same. I think it was Flames of War or something. It took me it took us like 3 hours to finish just one game. That's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, so since I haven't been playing Yu-Gi-Oh for like a couple, like it's probably around like 3 years. I'm outdated. My deck is probably outdated. I use the Morphtronic deck, or another deck to remove stuff from play and brings it back and boosts my life points, yada yada yada. And another deck that's kind of based off Yusei's deck formula, but now I haven't done anything. I haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh. I haven't done anything with it in so long. Like the only thing that I have done was my GX playthrough, and I don't even think that should count because I'm that game was made in a time where there is no like there's not much complexity into the game, so it's just bleh. So there's gonna be like I'm freaking crazy about this now because I'm going to a convention in March, and like the last two I've been to, I've only been to two so far. People had their games. It's the same one from the first one I went to. People had their cards, and like I was freaking stooped, and I wanted to play, but I didn't have any of them, and I couldn't just go right home and get them. It's an hour drive there and back. So I'm gonna bring cards, but I just don't know what to do with my outdated deck. I mean, I have bought some cards for like recent ones, but I don't know what to do with them. I haven't watched Zexal because Zexal just yeah, I've heard a lot of bad things about Zexal from some of my friends, and a lot from how they portray it on Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge and like the idiotic name of the new type of monsters, Ixies. I mean, come on, it's horrible. They should have just named Exceed or like the freaking mistaken translation. But yeah, I don't know how to I don't want to just like update my old Morphtronic deck because I don't think there's any means to update it any more than already is, and I want to try to get into the new cards, but I just don't know where to go from here. The way I have been figuring out how I wanted to play with the new available cards and stuff was like I just watch the show and like play the games and experiment on the games because your friends won't like sit around because often your friends won't just sit around where you play experimental decks like 50 times in a row with them. Well, my friends at least. And they're not around. They moved, and like there's no one at the card shop. And I am not touching the Duelist Network. My ADD is too strong for me to be playing that. It's just too slow for me. I'm sorry. I know some people do it. A lot of people do it actually, but I can't do it. I can't. It's faster to just duel in person. Um, I got like other new stuff. I got like 50 cards. I still don't know where to go from here. I mean, I can't just throw new shit into my old decks. and just expect things to be all golden. And there's no games, no official ones out, so I can't really experiment that much. I mean, I don't want to be constricted to watching a show that I've seen a couple episodes. I don't really like it that much. I find everyone's voice, every other person's voices, to be kind of annoying, and the way that the style of the show is kind of horrible, in my opinion. But I just don't know what to do. I really don't want to go and add shit to my old decks just out of the blue. I mean, I can't just put Ixie's monsters in that deck. I know there's a lot of possibility, but I don't know how well it'd work because my deck worked pretty fine by itself. I'm just stumped. If anyone has any suggestions, I'd be like really glad to hear them because I could use a little bit help right here. So this is Gurnex12, podcast number 1. I'll talk to you guys later.